You might be looking for a single piece of glass that can cover pretty much everything. Well, I might have an answer for you. That is this lens right here. This is the Sigma 24-70mm f2.8 art lens. And in this video, we're going to talk about, as usual, the 5 reasons why. But before that, let's roll that intro. Before anything else, I'd like to officially welcome you to my channel. Thank you for making it past the intro. If you're into cameras, gadgets, technologies, all that good stuff, please do subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't yet. In that case, you won't miss out on anything from this channel. Having that out of the way, let's dive right into the topic. Reason number 1. This is a zoom lens. Like duh. But not just a zoom lens, but this is a very versatile zoom lens. Why is that? Because it has a focal range that covers a lot of things. Like a lot. May it be for photo or video, the focal range of this lens is incredibly useful. At 24-35mm, you can use this lens for landscapes or establishing shots. Then at 50-70mm, you can use this lens for portraits. In my case, I mainly use my gear primarily for YouTube purposes. Thus, I basically do just 2 things: talking head videos and a bunch of B-rolls. And I tell you, this lens covers both. Not to mention that this lens is incredible and very useful even for my thumbnails. With this lens alone, really there is no need to change lenses anymore. How convenient and reliable is that? Reason number 2. It has a constant aperture of f2.8. May not be the fastest there is right now, but f2.8 is very useful already, especially for videos. It's more than capable of producing that creamy background separation or that bokeh effect that we all love. And it could also perform in low light situations. Not forgetting the fact that f2.8 is constant. Yes, you heard it right. From 24mm to 70mm, it's 2.8 all the way. Again, that is a very ideal for videographers. Because imagine either you zoom in or you zoom out, you don't need to change exposures. Thank you, Sigma. Reason number 3. It is built like a tank. Not that I tried dropping this or what, but whenever I'm holding this, I feel like I'm holding or I'm lifting weights or something. Yes, it is quite heavy. Probably the heaviest lens I own so far. But hey, it just signifies that it's built to last. And that is a good thing. In addition, it has the necessary lens elements as well, such as the zoom ring, the focusing ring, AF/MF switch, one customizable button, and the lock switch to keep the lens neat and tight whenever you're not using it. Great job, Sigma. Reason number 4. In my opinion, it has the image sharpness of a prime lens, like for real. In my honest, not so professional opinion, it has the image sharpness of a prime lens. For those who don't know yet, there is always this argument. Prime lenses are naturally sharper than zoom lenses. And I myself, I submit to that. Like, I'm a believer of that. But as always, in every rule, there is an exception. In our case right now, this lens is the exception. Yes, it's a zoom lens, but it has the image quality, image sharpness of a prime lens. And I kid you not, besides the fact that Sigma is known for making crazy sharp lenses, this particular lens is extremely sharp. I always hear that from other people, but when I finally got to try it myself, I was blown away. Like I tell you now, this lens is pure amazing. Reason number 5. Finally, the autofocus of this lens. Although this isn't a native lens, the autofocus performance of this lens is indeed reliable, like for real. It tracks the subject very well. It sticks to my eye and face like 99.99% of the time. which again for a non-native lens is beyond expectation. Thus, for both photography and videography, I'd say you can rely on the autofocusing performance of this lens. But of course, like any other lenses, in low light situations, I experienced focus breathing. But you know what? For me, it's not that big of a deal because even the G Master lenses, they focus breathe a lot in such conditions. So yeah, that's why. No biggie. Now those are the 5 reasons why I personally believe that this lens is the perfect everyday carry. But the question now is this the perfect lens? Here's the answer. Absolutely not. And I don't think there is such a thing in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, this lens may be perfect in terms of performance, but it is undeniably massive. Like if you want to go low-key, there is no way you can do that with this lens. In addition, as I mentioned before, it is seriously heavy as well. And I meant that. Like if you're that close to buying this one, you might want to anticipate that already. Just a pro tip. And then one final flaw for me is this lens doesn't have any form of stabilization. Or if you're using this on a full frame body, which is meant to, chances are your camera has IBIS, the in-body image stabilization. So not that big of a deal maybe, but yeah, no stabilization. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Besides the 3 flaws that I mentioned, I believe there are a lot more imperfections of this lens. But as to how I do things, I'd say everything else is kind of acceptable. Thus, I totally recommend this lens to you, whoever you are. Either you are a beginner or a pro, this lens is a must-have in your bag. Again, that's just my opinion. All in all, as I close, if there's just one zoom lens that you should have, and if you have the budget, go for the Sigma 24-70mm f2.8 DGDN art lens. Whew, that was mouthful. There you go, folks. I am sure I wasn't able to cover everything, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section, or we can connect on Instagram or on Facebook. As I end, if you're getting value from this video, please do like and subscribe for more not super technical but rather practical approach to gadgets and technologies. Until then, thank you for watching. Oh, you're still there. Well, how do you like the new studio? Well, this is not a studio technically because this is my new home since I got married. But is the old studio demolished already, or is it gone for good? Definitely not. I'll be going back there from time to time, but yeah, I have to make videos in this place as well. So let me know if I'm looking decent, if I'm sounding decent. Let me know in the comment section. But nonetheless, I am very much happy to be back and making lens reviews for all of you folks. By the way, just to share my setup right now, it's very much DIY, do it yourself. Let me take a photo of it.